Yo, 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 it's your boy, Marky Marks Tarot. Why my hair is like that for? Okay, but I think this has full on top. It's like huge. It's got a big face. I didn't realize it was like that until I actually looked at it. Anyway, yo, 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 it's your boy, Marky Marks. I was on Adidas.com just now, right? Looking at stuff because they had a sale. Not buying anything, but they like record you watching, like seeing something, and then they send you an email. This is the polo shirt were looking at. Still want it? If I wanted it, I'd fucking buy it. Like why? How does a website do that? Like it shouldn't be like it says here's the jersey golf jersey you were looking at. Grab and go. You still thinking about it? Yo, give it to me for free if you want to give it to me so fucking fast. Like, that's dumb. Why would you email like someone just looking at shit? These websites are annoying. I don't understand that. You can't even look at something without them like aggravate. I don't understand that. You want something, you're gonna buy it. If you don't want something, you just want to look at it. You want to see what it looks like. Idiots. No idiots. Let me see here. This chick that I know on here, she's got so much damn makeup. It's like even dang, wait, I don't know why women, please don't. To all the women out there, please don't use a lot of makeup. It makes you look like a circus clown. Okay? Please don't do that. People would have makeup. It's nasty. I don't know how people do that. This guy's an idiot. Mm.
Hey Ninja, how you doing? You all right? Yeah, I'm good. Still windy and rainy and cold, but I'm here. Same shit, different day. I can't believe what's going on over your side of the world. A lot of people complain. Can't believe how destroyed everything was. It's amazing what like fire does and just how it can like completely destroy something into pieces. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's crazy. I've been watching some footage on YouTube, live footage of all that stuff. Well, thank God you guys are okay. And I hope that everybody else is okay over there too. It's really it's pretty sad. It just doesn't make no sense it happening now, like during the winter. That shit usually happens like during the summer, last I checked. I don't know. Sometimes I think that stuff that is like someone does it. I swear. Has to be. You know? Yeah, I'm glad you guys are alright. Because I know a lot of other people out there too, and I hope they're okay. I haven't heard from them, but hopefully they're okay too. There's a lot of people from over that side coming here, and I know all of them, and I just pray that they're okay and when they get away from it. I pray that everybody's going to be okay. We'll see. Yeah, I saw it on Facebook. I saw her. Yeah, I just saw you posted that. So cute. My mom would kick my ass if I did that when I was a kid. She'd be like, "Don't you dare!"
She was like, you better not put that damn icing all over you. She would feed us like that type of stuff. She wouldn't let us put that stuff in her and shit. I don't remember my mom ever letting us do that. She was like, no, 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 you won't. No way. Uh-uh. As long as she has fun. As long as she's having fun. Ali came in here earlier today. Well, there you go. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I came on here like 3 times today. This is my third time. Like the weather's so bad that, and plus today I was waiting for insurance for my van. Finally got it after all this time of waiting. And now tomorrow, hopefully, it's gonna get dealt with, or Friday. Between tomorrow and Friday, I should have it. I'm hoping. But today I was driven crazy by this fucking people, man. They're so annoying. It's always like some stupid little thing that they invent so you don't. It's like a weird. I don't know. They just have people just have these companies have a weird way of dealing with minor issues. Like they make a minor issue out of like a major thing, like it, and it's not even like that major. Like just by the name of a vehicle is like a big problem. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I finally got the my insurance after all that bullshit. Thanks. Yeah. Well, they all do eventually, you know. They all do eventually, and you know what? I know some people. Sometimes people find it hard to believe, but my analysis on deadbeat dads and especially deadbeat dads is sometimes we think that they're like, you know, they're they're like happy, or they're like content that these things are happening to them. They're not. And when they go to bed at night and they don't and they think about their kids and their ex-wife, and they think about life and how it was and how it is now, they sit there and they mentally drain themselves from thinking about that shit, especially a lot of weak ass people. Like weak people, they always think about those type of things. And and but if you're strong minded, it's different. But if you're strong minded, you wouldn't have left your kids and your wife in the first place. Or you would have been like, or you would have did things differently to hold it together. But see, everybody thinks that they're better off, like, by themselves. Oh yeah, it's never about the kids, because if it was about the kids, he'd stay. But see, that's the thing. They don't want to take responsibility for him. I was saying this in my earlier life, that there's a lot of like mental um situations that they go through. Like they're mentally drained at the end of the day. And if some like I always used to tell my sister, don't think that guy is enjoying his life. Or because he has some hoe and he's like, having a great time because he's got money and he's got his shit. That don't mean nothing. Up here is where your whole life is. Your whole life is in your head, and mentally you can get destroyed every day. You can constantly have things remind you when a birthday comes up, an anniversary comes up, a date where you did something with them. Like all those mental days and all those mental nights that they suffer, trust me, it affects them. That's why, like, but it's nothing to dwell on. What I mean is, like, some people think that, oh yeah, he left me, he don't care about the kids, he don't want to pay for the kids, he's enjoying himself with this new hoe. They women complain about that, but guess what? Guess what? He's the type of person, he's mentally drained, and he knows he fucked up. And not just him, all these guys, they go through that shit mentally. Really? I'm surprised that he would want to get back with her. I'm surprised. I'm surprised, but not surprised, because, like, maybe it's because, like, but didn't he say he had a girlfriend or some shit like that? He could be lying too. He could be lying. Or maybe he had a girlfriend and he realized the difference. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. That's what they all realized, but it's too late. If I was Ali, I'd never take him back. Fuck him. Okay. Well, I hope she doesn't take him back, because he's never gonna change. And he probably wants her back because he knows deep down inside that he can't handle his life, and he don't want to pay all that money. He's realizing what life is like without her. When you're with somebody, it's cheaper unless you're without them. Like, as far as, like, the other way around. Well, there you go. Well, that's the thing. Some things happen, some things don't, and then some things, like, are different, but it's still there. The energy's there, and at the end of the day, you have free will. See, she beat him to it. But I don't know. It's just sad that even if you don't get back with the person, at least take care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? That's my main thoughts and advice on things. It's like, never ever disrespect your children. You know, you got to take care of them. If you don't, man, you're going to hell. How would you feel if your parents didn't take care of you? You wouldn't like them either. I think that's what they don't realize, because that's what I would like to. I would like to take my ex brother-in-law and grab him by his neck and tie him to a fucking chair and duct tape his mouth. And I like to look him in his eye and say, "Yeah, you know what, bro? Wait, you happy with yourself? Like, disrespecting your children, and, like, you don't like, you sleep at night, bro? Yeah, like, what's wrong with these people disrespecting their children? Hey, Sophie, how you doing?" I just don't get, like, how, like, a man or a woman that has kids can just, like, get rid of them, or just, like, not deal with them, and, like, not even care about them. And there's like a thing where, if you go to court and you don't want to pay a whole pile of child support, you don't have to. You can tell that judge, look, I'm taking care of my kids. I'm going to take them for a whole week, feed them, bathe them, deal with them, take them to their school, and then 1 week on, 1 week off, so I can have a week for myself and get my shit together, and I can take my kids and deal with them, and she can. I take my kids 1 week, she takes their kids the other week. But that's the thing. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad that parents are like that. But hey, what am I gonna do? There's a lot of days I want to like kidnap them and beat the fuck out of them. But Sophie, you said my ex walked out on her kids almost 14 years ago. My son was 4 and now he's 17, and my daughter will be 14. I never took my ex back. Amen. Good for you. And I bet you it made you a stronger person. I bet your kids are better off without him. Sometimes that's what happens, man. I just don't have the balls to do that. I would never do that to my children. I can't. Even if my baby mommy was a bitch and she cheated on me, or I just couldn't get along with her. You know what I mean? Yeah, see. Right, see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now your son is successful in band and made it to area, and your kids are doing great. See, there you go. And see, that's what a lot of people don't understand. Sometimes the reason your ex is gone and walks out is because that's the only way your kids are gonna get better, or that's the only way you're gonna get better. You see what I'm saying? So I admire that, from kids who strive after they're gone, that's the thing. I'm not a dad, but I'm a uncle. I'm the best uncle in the world. But I'm a dad to like two of my nephews. Their dad walked out on them. So I'm like their dad, but not really. I'm more of like we're all like best friends. And we don't even act like uncle and nephew. We call each other bro, and we hang out like we're one of the boys. Like, we're just like a bunch of friends, and we're just guys hanging out, talking shit, having fun. You know, I help raise them. I help deal with them. I pick them up from school, take them to their practices, and they've come a long way. They've won so much things, sports wise. They've won so much awards, MVPs. They've won so much shit since that guy left here. Within 2 years, those kids evolved so much. They even got honors in school. It's absolutely amazing. Soon as that negative piece of shit energy leaves their home, everything gets better. See, because when a father leaves their children and abandons them, the next the next person that steps up, or the person that's always there, or the spirit that's always there, and will step up even more, is God Himself. God's gonna take care of your children. See, because he's never gonna allow children to suffer because of a father that's deadbeat, or like a mother that's some cracko and leaves their children. That's why a lot of people who have success came from a broken home. A lot of people, I don't know if people notice that, but that's the case many a times. A lot of people say that. Oh, I agree. I agree. Yeah. Well, if you watched me on here for years, but I don't, you haven't, you just like started watching me, right? But you go look at my videos throughout this past 5 years. I look right in this camera and I tell every single mom in here that don't worry about no man. Take care of your damn children and take care of them and make them the best version of themselves. I know it's not fair that you have to do everything by yourself, but God wouldn't put that burden on you if He knew you couldn't handle it. And then everybody's, looking at me saying, "Yeah, but Mark, but no, there's no buts." That's the sometimes the choices you make comes to haunt you, but it also comes to teach you a lesson and also shows you that you made a mistake with the person you had the children with, but you never made a mistake making those children and bringing them into the world. You can always make their life better. You know exactly, Sophie. I agree. Children need their parents. Men come and go, right? And I agree with you on 100%. But I always encourage all the single moms to fight for their children, fight for themselves, don't ever give up, and don't ever think you need a man to make your life better or make your children better. You can do all of that on your own. You know, a woman is like, a person that can handle those things. Most men can. Yeah, exactly. It's always going to be even like there. And you know what else I always say to a lot of people? If you have no health problems with your children, you are very, very lucky. And a lot of people take that for granted and they think, how many people out there who have children who have disabilities, right? And who have like ADHD or whatever the heck these things are, and like what's the other one? Autism. And like just imagine having a child that is born with like some like bone disorder where they can't walk, they have to be in a wheelchair, or they have to be on like some type of special medication. Like you don't even know what the fuck life is until you go through that bullshit. Like people who have healthy kids, you're considered lucky and you're considered blessed. And then when you have children that are all like have these mishaps and these diseases and things like that, or a child that dies early before you know how destructive and devastated that is to a parent and to a person. And then you have people who can't even have kids. And then there's people out there who just leave their kids and they say, fuck you, I don't even care about you. Like that's why like honestly, if I was a weak human being, I'd be in a mental institution thinking about how much people do to people. I swear, like I gotta keep it together sometimes because honestly, I wanna like beat the fuck out of people that do that shit to kids. Like it hurts me so much to even hear stories of how a father or a mother has abandoned their children and you didn't even speak to them, you didn't even care about them, you don't pay for them, you don't give a shit about them, you don't even call them. Like that shit's just like it doesn't make no sense to me. And I'm not a father, but I'm an uncle of six. And I can't imagine not seeing my nephews. I can't. It'll hurt me. It'll devastate me. When I see them, like I saw all of them at the same time on Christmas. You know how happy I was? I didn't even want Christmas to end because I was so happy sitting at the lunch table with them, hanging out with them, talking shit to them. We all laughed. We had such a great time. I was telling all these bullshit stories and making them laugh, and and we had such a wonderful time. And they must say, "Yeah, this is the best uncle ever." You know, Uncle Mark always talks shit, has fun, always like says things and does things for us. I remind them that they live good and they're healthy and they're happy. I always ask them how they're doing. You know, they're good kids, man. They're like they were brought up well. Cause my family, we guys love kids. We don't ever disrespect our children. You know, or like I never disrespect my nephews. Whatever they need, I'm gonna give them because they don't they don't have some of them. Four of them have been through a divorce. You know, my sister and my brother got a divorce, and my other sister, she's still married, but it's like those boys went through hell with their deadbeat mom and dad. So it's fucked up. Yeah, I'll beat them up. Sure. If it wasn't to get locked up, I'd beat a lot of fucking people and have fun doing it. Just because they're stupid and they disrespect their children. But Sophie, good for you, sweetheart. I'm glad, you know, God gave you the strength to able to get through it. Look at your children now, and I'm happy for you. And I'm happy you're a good mother to your children. God's gonna bless you, trust me. And Ninja, I know you're a good mother too. God bless you. Yeah, exactly. I don't get it. Yeah, yeah. I don't understand it, Sophie. I don't. I just don't get it. And it's been the topic of conversation. This past few weeks and past few days, and it hurts to know that people actually don't give a shit about your own children. Like like I have aunties, right, and uncles who wanted kids so bad and they never had them. And you have people out there throwing away kids, don't care about their kids, don't want kids, and can't have them. You know, and it's like it just doesn't make any sense to me. And I try to analyze it in a positive way, but I just can't. And my auntie that died 6 years ago, she's my godmother, and she always used to say that God gives people children who don't deserve it. And like I always wonder what that means. And to me it means like that she wanted kids and deserved it, and people who have kids don't. And like it hurt her so much to see people like neglect their children, and all she wanted was a child, you know. And that's why she loved us. That's why I'm a great uncle, because my uncles were great to me. A lot of my I had, my favorite uncle. He's been gone for like 24 years now, but he was my favorite uncle. He did everything for me, and he treated. That's where I got my uncle vibe from, because not too many people have uncles and aunties that are decent, or mothers and fathers, or any family. So when we came around, they loved us so much. They all, because they wanted kids too. So it's like it's crazy, man. It's so sad. Yeah, see, that's even more disrespectful. Is you won't take care of your own, but you'll take care of some other hood's children. That shit pisses me off even more. You see, that's ridiculous. It really is. I honestly don't get how people do that shit. But I have a friend of mine. I was talking about him earlier. God bless his soul. He's a pain in my ass, but he's a good guy. And he married a woman that had three baby daddies. And she told him, "Look, I got three baby daddies. I made mistakes with my choices, but my children are taken care of. I take care of them. One, my first child, my baby daddy, he left and abandoned him and gave up his rights. So that kid don't even know who his daddy is, right? And when I heard that, I felt bad, and I gave this kid pure shit the other day. Right before Christmas, I made his day. I gave him all these tools that I didn't need. I gave him all this stuff. I gave him like a big raft boat that I didn't need. I gave it to him. It was brand new, still in the bag, still in the box. I gave him all this brand new shit. I gave him like probably a couple $100 worth of stuff that I didn't need. And it made his day. He said, damn, Christmas came early. And my friend said, do you know he went home and he did like a show and tell for his mom and showed his mom what tools that his uncle Mark gave him. He's not my nephew, but he calls me his uncle, you know. Hey Joanna, how you doing? Yeah, it's sad, you know. Yeah, see that, but see a lot of people like they don't understand that kids all they want is like to be loved and to be taken care of, like, and you want to disrespect these children. Like, yo, you must be fucking nuts. I just took care of a child. I just gave the 17-year-old teenager a boy I never met in my life, and I gave him all this stuff just to make him happy. You know, he gave me one of those side hugs and said thank you. I made his day. You know, why not? Poor kid don't even have a dad. Joanna, let me see what you sent me here. Hold on a sec. All right, Joanna, you said I need to know please what's happening. So he returned. He blocked me after. No. All right, let me check, Joanna. Yeah, I feel sorry for a lot of these children. That's why I give them things, you know, because that's all they really want, man. You know, somebody that will show them some type of attention. I couldn't imagine not having a dad or a mom, or not even knowing who they are. That's devastating. That is fucking devastating. I would never want that in my life. I still have my parents alive. They're a pain in my ass, but I'd rather have them alive than not at all. You know? And I pray for their asses every day. All right, let me see here. All right. Giovanna, I feel like this person, Jay Pisces, I feel like they'll come back on their own accord, on their own time. Right now, I feel like this person is like going through some difficulties, but they still have like feelings for you. Like they still feel for you, and they still feel like they can recover what's been lost. Um, Even though you're saying that he blocked you, right? I think that he did that because he needs to get his shit together first. And he knows he's made you like upset. He knows that. Like he knows he made you upset. He knows he's disappointed you. But I still see feelings from him here. I still feel like he feels like that he can make things work again or recover what's been lost. But right now, he has no solutions to his difficulties right now. And he might confess that to you, or maybe you already know this, but like he feels stuck, like he can't move forward in his life in some type of way. It could be like a traveling like somewhere, or he's like he has to go somewhere and he can't, or he's like stuck somewhere and he can't go anywhere, or he has to move, or he has to go to another country or another state, or like he has to go somewhere to get something but he can't, or he's at a distance and he's trying to like deal with things. It's something like to that effect. Yeah, there's definitely feelings here. I got the Ace of Cups. So that's feelings. That's Like he wants to offer you more, but he can't. So if he's the type of person that um you know shows you feelings, or like he can do something, like sometimes men and people, sometimes people can't do two things at once. They have to sort out one part of their life in order to show you their true self, because they don't want you to see like that bad side of them or that weak side of them. So they just shut people out and then come back when they're ready. So I feel like this person is that way. Good night, Ninja. Take care. Good seeing you. But the main thing here is he has feelings and I feel like he's gonna come back, but he's got to sort his shit out. Like something's wrong in his life. Like, hmm. What I'm getting is like he's lost his stability. He needs money, and he needs like to. I feel like he's got to make changes, and he's got to get over like relationships and friendships from the past is haunting him and making him feel like certain ways. And he feels like he's at a downfall period, and he's lost and he's got setbacks. And until he has like enough money, that's when he's gonna show his devotion, his maturity, his friendliness. Because I feel like he's a good person, and I feel like he works and he has a job and he wants money, but there's like uh, a situation around him where he has to get rid of certain things in order for him to get better, and he doesn't know how he's gonna do it, or he's stuck right now and he doesn't know how to handle it. So that's the thing. You said you know what you want to know what's happening with him. That's what's happening. Will he return? I would say it's possible he can return to you, even though he's blocked you and stuff. There is feelings there, yes, but he's got to sort out his life first. So I don't know when this is gonna happen because it's not telling me when, because it's up to him. Like only he can make that choice. You know what I mean? But it doesn't look severely bad or anything. It's just telling me that he needs to sort his life out in order for him to like come back to you in 100% way. So until he sorts out his life, that's when he'll probably come back. So I would say if I were you, I would just give him time. That's all. You're welcome, Joanna. Thank you for donating. I appreciate it. I'm glad it made sense. And that's what happens with a lot of people in the world. They just sometimes they need time to sort shit out, and they don't want to accept help from a person that can help them, or sometimes like people don't want to do it all on their own, and they feel embarrassed to ask for help, or they just need to sort out their past. That's all. I get like that sometimes too. Unless I have one thing, I don't want another. Sometimes I'm like, look, I'm not going to do anything at all until I get what I want this way. Once I get that, then I'll move on to the next thing. I get like that sometimes and I shouldn't, but I do get like that too. I get like that. And a lot of people do. They're like, if they're set their mind on something, they're not going to give up until they get it. And sometimes we're so fixated, not obsessed, but fixated on a certain thing we need to do, and then like we don't do anything else but that goal in mind. And then when we get it, we're like happy, and then okay, we dwell on it for like a day or two, and okay, like on to the next thing. Now what do I want? Now what do I need? Some people can't do multiple things at once. And some people don't like to be helped too much because then they feel like weak, or they feel like, oh, I don't want a woman helping me. That makes me look like a weak ass, you know? Or I don't want another person helping me because he's going to talk shit about me. Some people can't accept help. They don't want to accept help, but they should. Everyone should accept help in any which way they want. That's what we're all for. We're all here to help each other. And sometimes people don't. People take advantage of the help, and sometimes people don't even want help. So it becomes their problem. So until they fix their problem, that's it. Ain't nothing you really can do. It's life. Sophie, you're still here? I was just catching up on what you said. You said, "Yep, my son one time asked me why his dad don't want him." See that shit. Uh, that shit's messed up. I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to answer that. I'll probably just say, look, he probably wants you, but he just doesn't know how to tell you. But I wouldn't even want to get his hopes up. But sometimes people are better off without him. You know. My friend that passed away, that used to come in here, her name is was Sue Blaze on here. She's a good friend of mine. She was a very good friend of mine. We were best buddies on here for a long time, and she passed away from cancer a couple years ago. And she always said to me that one of her sayings was, "People are in your life for a reason or a season." You know, a lot of people say that, but she used to say it all the time. And she's right. People are in your life for a reason or a season or a matter of time or a couple years, a couple days, a couple months, and then they're gone just like that. And I think that when that happens, we should embrace it. We should thank God that that person is no longer in our lives, because they were only supposed to be around us a certain amount of time. I know it hurts. I know it's fucked up. And I know it's like delusional to think sometimes. But you have to look at it in a different way. You got to look at it as that person came in your life. It was good while it lasted, and then it fell apart. Now they're gone. Now you like him. You have to. I know it's weird to say, but if you embrace the person leaving and your life, and knowing that they're no longer a part of it ever again, and embrace it. Say, you know what? It's all good. Now it's on to the next person or the next challenge to see what other person wants to do the same thing. And you should never take like too much offense to it. Just like accept it and just move on and be like, you know what? Like it happened. Fuck it. Move on. It's all good. I've been like that a lot of my life. If I'm cool with you, and you know, some people say to me, "Oh, where's your friend? You guy you always used to hang with. You guys were buddies for like years, man. You were inseparable." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "He just got up and left and don't speak to me no more. I ain't done nothing to him. He just one day we were working together, and I told him, I said, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I never saw him ever again. He ended up being with this woman. He ended up getting married, and then a couple years later, his wife passed away of some disease. I saw him in the grocery store. I wanted to give him my condolences, and he ignored me. He didn't even look at me. I was like, all right, fuck you too. And I realized that, we're done. And I'm cool. I'm not even hurt. I'm not even like phased by it. It's cool. When I see him now, I'm like, what a loser. What a fucking idiot. That's all. And we were friends for years. And I done so much shit for him, but you know, and I don't even care. It's all out the window now. It's finished. And a lot of people have passed through our lives that we know, like friends, family, wives, husbands, girlfriends, kids, whatever. Like don't ever like be too hard on yourself and always think that is your fault or it's their fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is, just get over it. And I probably make it sound easy, and it is. Because it's all in your mind. You can get over shit. There's billions of people in this world. And if you lose one, two, three, four, 5, 10, 15 people in your lifetime, who fucking cares? Good, the bad leaves, the good comes. You can always find great people in your life. You just gotta make sure your judgment in people is good. You'll learn. And the main thing is to never trust anybody. And if you start to really, really trust somebody and they can show you that trust, just beware though. Don't ever fully, fully trust somebody. 'Cause people lie. People are not really 100% trustworthy, no matter who they are. And rightfully so. Nobody owes you anything. But we're gonna be okay. Trust me. We're all gonna be alright. Life will go on. Life will go on, and we're all gonna be okay. Keep good people in your life, and all the bad ones get rid of. Don't take no shit from nobody. Well, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. If anybody needs me, let me know now. Ross, Mark is going to go. I'm gonna go sleep. It's almost midnight here. I'm gonna go get some sleep. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll be here at some point in time. Might be here during the day, depending on the crazy weather. If you don't see me during the day, then I'll be on tomorrow night at some point. All right, love you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow.